Hello, welcome to today's video. This is sort of a gift reveal almost. You saw my conclusion to the first Polish Armor Division build, where I built the first 30 infantry. This last month, or during this early December, suddenly I was at the game store and one of the guys there handed me a foam tray and a box basically of figures, a bunch of old British figures that he had, and as a result, I've more than doubled my army size. There are 67 different models, and that counts the guns and mortars. So not only do I have my originally built 10th Dragoons and 8th Rifles, but with the mix of infantry units here, models here, I was actually able to put together almost a full platoon within the first Highland Rifles, which are actually a Polish unit. The Polish do have Highlands in the southern section of the country. And so the first Highland Rifles to the right, supported by a couple mortars from their support platoon, or company. And on the left, I was actually able to cobble together enough models into a portion of a heavy machine gun company. One of the platoons there, actually, the way I did it was took a couple of sections, the supply section, administrative section from the HQ platoon, and two sections from the one of the machine gun platoons. So I got really lucky. So I've got machine gun support now, mortar support. Picked up 5 engineers to go with the 5 I already have. 2 of them are actually stretcher bearers. They don't have a stretcher yet. I'll have to build one, put them together. And I got 2 Canadian officers, well, 2 officer models. Now, since the Polish officers, when they either wore their steel helmets or the black beret, regular British officer models won't work for my division. So I can use them for actually any of the officers in the Canadian Corps or the British Corps that the 1st Polish Armor Division would have been assigned to or attached to during their time in Normandy, Netherlands, Belgium, and Germany. So these are old models. I'm not really sure where they're from, but let's take kind of a closer look. Now, if anyone knows what these models are, who made these, if you recognize them, please just comment below. I don't know if these are all from the same miniature manufacturer or from different ones, but I'm pretty excited to get them. So these first are the 2 British officers, and they'll stand in for my Canadian, because during most of the time my division was attached to the Canadian Corps, one of the 2 Canadian Corps. Well, anyway, as you can see, they're all painted already. No real need for me to change anything. The paint job looks good enough. The colors match pretty well. So, I mean, there might be a couple places I'll have to highlight where it's maybe like the Bren magazine pouches in their chest might be a little light or dark, but all in all, pretty good. So these are the 2 stretcher bearers. I'm just going to go ahead and put a medic band on their arm and probably update their helmet as well. I got to take a look and see what the British markings were for medics. I'll go ahead and build a stretcher just to, if I want to actually have 2 of these guys together, I'll mark one a little differently from the other so you can tell which one's the medic, which is just the assistant. Right behind them are the 5 engineers. One guy's got an explosives box. One's got a knife, he's probing around, or supposedly probing around for mines. One's got the mine detector. And then these, I'm not quite sure, this one's carrying, I believe, some equipment. And the other one, doesn't really seem to be doing much. I'm not certain if that is actually supposed to be an engineer, but he fits in there fine. So this will be one of my assault squads. Now, within the divisions, the battalions, a assault or pioneer platoon was assigned, and in this case, platoon is made up of 2 5-man assault sections and an 8-man pioneer section. The guys that did, carpenter, masonry kind of stuff. So this is just one assault squad. essentially. And over here, using the rules in the reinforced platoon selector for the Polish 1st Armored Division that's on the website for World of Games, I've got 3 9-man squads, each with 2 Bren, and I believe each of them has a NCO with a submachine gun. I also gave the lieutenant and his sergeant submachine gun. I figured that's how we'll equip that. So that is one of the platoons from one of the companies of the 1st Highland Rifles. These 2 mortar squads, including a spotter in front, 81mm mortars, they're all set to go. They're from the S Company of the Highland Rifles, and they're obviously attached to the platoon for support. Over here, I pieced together a platoon, or part of a reinforced platoon in bolt action, making up units and sections within the Polish Independent HMG Company. There was the British Armoured divisions had a single heavy machine gun company. It was independent. Those Vickers machine guns would be handed out, assigned out as needed. In an infantry division, there would be an entire battalion, but in Armoured is just one company. So a company included the headquarters platoon, as well as 3 machine gun platoons and 1 heavy mortar platoon. So a heavy machine gun platoon had 2 sections of 2 Vickers each. I've got 2 Vickers, so there's the 3-man Vickers teams, 2 of them. I've got 2 5-man sections. One could be from the transport section, one could be from the supply section within the HQ platoon. And there's my Thompson wielding lieutenant. With him is a radioman, and I figured I'll pair the 2 up since the lieutenant is on the radio. He's holding a headphone to his head. That's probably the way I'll run that all the time. In addition, I was able to get a Piat team, or while 1 Piat gunner was in there, I just throw him a prone rifleman. So now I've got the Piat represented within the heavy infantry, the heavy machine gun company. So that's the stash of models I was given this month. So it's almost like an early Christmas present. So welcome to my army, the 1st Highland Rifles and the members of the Independent Polish Heavy Machine Gun Company. Alright, thanks for sticking with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you know who made these models, go ahead and please comment below, let me know. Alright, thanks a lot. Bye-bye.